The first version was almost, you couldn't see the balls at all. It was all, the idea was that you would see just a plain thing and then there'll be flipping, things flipped out. And there's a clock in the British Museum and it's called a Congreve clock, and it's ball bearings. It runs down this path and at half a minute it clicks a thing for the half minute, and then the table tips the other way. So it's got a clockwork, you know, sort of weight mechanism. So I thought this was very good. So I thought I'd make a ball bearing machine, and it got out of hand.
It certainly did get out of hand. Peter Green was born in 1938 on the Isle of Wight, but raised in Manchester, where he attended Manchester Grammar School. After a brief spell at Oxford University, he transferred to the Slade School of Art in London. The Slade is a world-renowned art school, which was a hotbed of innovation when Peter attended in the 1960s. It attracted people from all over the world and reflected the importance of London in the global art scene. Peter has exhibited across Europe and in the US, notably at the ICA in London. Peter was also involved in a surrealist and experimental movement in the 60s called Fluxus. Alongside a very prolific output of work, Peter taught for many years at the Bath Academy of Art. But now, having retired, Peter has continued to pursue his passion for art. So, tell me about this piece.
I did a drawing of an apple in a landscape with a mouth, and I decided I could make a mould of an apple and model a mouth on it, and then make waxes. And once you've made the wax, you can make it talk. You can open the mouth and you can close the mouth, and they can talk.
So, this is... am I correct in thinking that this is part of a collection of things called table music?
Yes, yes.
And would you be able to explain table music
to
me?
It's the table thing, and it's that that's where they exist, or that's where they're played, you know. I like to think of them in sort of musical terms anyway, because they have a kind of there are kind of rhythms and textures and all that sort of thing which you get from music as well, you know.
So you would say that these are like small artworks that potentially could be made into big pieces. These are like miniature artworks. Not miniature
artworks,
of course, no.
I've done all the thinking, and I'm not interested in the rest of the process. A lot of the things I've made are a dialogue with other people, but at one time or another, it would be different people, you know. Like that one's a dialogue with Alexander Calder, and another one is with Francis Bacon, and another one is with Giacometti or whatever, you know. And this sort of thing, it goes on, and it includes people that I don't like, because I make things that are, you know, satirical, or that try to show what nonsense it is, if that's not too...
So, you were a student in London and lived there.
Yeah.
How would you say it's influenced you, and would you say that London is a good city for art?
Well, it's a good city for art, and I was at the Slade there, and I don't know that you don't kind of learn things in a kind of one-to-one way in a way at that places, but you learn from people who you meet and people you come in touch with. And of course, a lot of people come to London from all over the world, so you're in touch with everything, you know, more or less there. So it's quite important, you know, to be in a place like that.